Jefferson County Court at law number 2 is now in session. Court is in session and cause number M3221112. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Bevelin Acleese or Bevelin L. Acleese. Ms. Acleese, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Acleese, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Ms. Acleese, you may put your hand down. Now, your full name is Bevelin L. Acleese. How are you doing, Ms. Acleese? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Acleese, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Kyle Walker. Attorney Walker, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge.
Attorney Walker, do you waive a record in Ms. Acleese's case?
We did.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Colby Hoffpower. Attorney Hoffpower, how are you doing?
Good, how you doing, sir?
Ms. Acleese, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Bevelin L. Acleese, on or about September 26th of 2018, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal mischief. Ms. Acleese, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to discharge Ms. Acleese, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Ms. Acleese, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials BA that are on a line next to a box that's checked no contest, which means, well, that's checked, a box is checked no contingere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this line? On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature? On the next document that's titled Trial Court's Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant? Yeah. There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that? I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Ms. Acleese, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Acleese, are you a citizen of the United States? State. I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit Number 2, the probable cause affidavit. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit 1 and 2 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. No objection.
No objection. State's Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Walker, you advising counsel, Ms. Acleese, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Ms. Acleese, your attorney, Mr. Walker, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Yes. Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Your attorney? He has? Okay, Ms. Acleese, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
Exchange for a plea of no contest, the state's agreed to recommend 30 days in county jail with credit for 30 days. Also court calls, Your Honor. We'd ask to be a time served judgment and we'd ask to retire the court call.
Mr. Cleese, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you will be given a credit for that time that you have already served. The court cost in this case is $327, but you will not be required to pay the $327 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it all. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Now, Mr. Cleese, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Cleese, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Cleese, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney and follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, then you can follow the bailiff.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, you may be excused. You have a blessed day. You have a blessed day as well. Is Joe still around? Best place. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session to cause number M332812, cases style the state of Texas versus Christopher Lee Means. Mr. Means is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Means, you could take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Means. Your full name is Christopher Lee Means.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Mr. Means, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. The state is represented in this case by Attorney Colbert Hoffmeyer. And again, Attorney Hoffmeyer, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Mr. Means' case?
Judge, did I beg one more reset on Mr. Means? We reapplied for the pretrial, and we've also applied for the Veterans Court.
Okay,
I haven't heard back from the state either end.
okay. Give us a reset date.
May 15th.
Okay, this case will be reset to May 15th of 2023 to give Mr. Means the opportunity to see whether or not his applications for pretrial diversion or his application for Veterans Court have been accepted or rejected by the District Attorney's Office. Mr. Means, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. And
Thank
Mr. Vasquez, you can get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, the court. Court is back in session and calls number M 3333312. Case is style of State of Texas versus Kelsey Pugh. Ms. Pugh, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Pugh? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Pugh, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Peter Dahl. Attorney Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
And Mr. Dahl, what is your announcement in Ms. Pugh's case?
We would like to postpone it past June, if I can get past June. Perhaps maybe July, August.
Okay,
She's pregnant.
okay. Let me, hold on a minute. Let me do this here. This is Ms. Pugh. Kelsey Pugh, top of page 4. Okay, the person that has Rashid's iPhone, please put your mic on mute, and then when we call your case, we'll have you to take it off mute. Thank you. August 7th. Okay. Ms. Pugh, your case will be reset to August 7th of 2023. Your attorney will be given a copy of your reset. Once you get a copy of your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Court is praying that you have a healthy baby and that you have a safe delivery. Okay, congratulations. Please stand on the X
Thank you.
and y'all have a blessed day. The person that's on Zoom that has Rashish's iPhone,
Yeah.
would you please take your mic off mute and state your full name?
That is Cade Martin, Cade Robert Martin.
Okay, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on a minute.
You're all right.
Okay, this is cause number M332026. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Cade Robert Martin. Mr. Martin is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Martin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Mr. Holmes?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Martin, you're here representing your attorney Alan Parker, who is present in court. Mr. Parker, how are you doing?
We're fine, Judge.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. Martin's case?
I think we need one more reset. There's been some issues, as court knows, with the new discovery. We lost all our discovery, so we're having to resend it. And because I told him to come in, he came in and we tried to look at it and there was no discovery. So
Okay,
that's the issue.
give us a reset.
May 15th.
May 15th. This case will be reset to May 15th of 2023. Give you an opportunity to meet with your attorney and give you your opportunity to get the discovery. Mr. Martin, your case again is reset to May 15th, 2023. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset date. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. Well, actually, you're free to go. Your attorney will be sending your reset. Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Sounds good, Judge. You as well.
All right, thank you. Jefferson County Code of Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and cause number M333004. Case is style, the state of Texas versus Zakis D. Grogan. Mr. Grogan, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Grogan? You doing good? That's good, Mr. Grogan. You're represented in this case by your attorney Bruce Cobb. Attorney Cobb, how are you doing? Mr. Cobb, do you waive a record in do you waive a record in Mr. Grogan's case?
We do, Your Honor.
Mr. Grogan, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about July 17th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of failure to identify fictitious name. Mr. Grogan, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Grogan, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, you pleaded no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Mr. Grogan, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there are a set of initials, ZG, on a line next to a box that check no contingent, which means no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, it's on the same document, above the line that is on page 3, above the line that is titled Defendant, there's a signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
On the next page, which is another document, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked on the line. Above, the first line states that this is a plea bargaining agreement and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the discovery certification. I also have another document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Grogan, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Cobb, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Grogan, are you a citizen of the United States? State. I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and State's Exhibit number 2, the probable cause affidavit. State, you like to offer States 1 and 2?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objection. States Exhibits 1 and 2 are admitted. Could you put a sticker on here, States 2? Mr. Cobb, you advised and counseled Mr. Grogan. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor, there's no evidence of any incompetence.
And Mr. Grogan, your attorney, Mr. Cobb, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Grogan, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I'll also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I'll also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
In exchange for a plea of no contest, the state's agreed to recommend 45 days in Jefferson County Jail and court calls. Give him 45 days credit. Also, this will be time served, and we'd ask that the court costs be taxed on the side.
Mr. Grogan, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you will not be required to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case, because you've already served 45 days in Jefferson County Jail, therefore you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. The court cost in this case is $337, but you will not be required to pay the $337 because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Grogan, do you understand what you've been charged with? Well, Mr. Grogan, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Grogan, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Grogan, you're going to stand on the X next to your attorney, follow the directions by our clerk. Once you finish following the direction of the clerk, you can follow the bailiff. And you have a blessed day. Mr. Cobb, I think this is your only case. You'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Your Honor, there's one more case I have, a felon in Kent.
Okay,
I need to run down to the clerk's office real quick.
okay, we'll hold on that.
As soon as he's done.
Okay. Okay. This is cause number M331558. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Carriana Dominique Thomas. Ms. Thomas, is that your full name?
Yes,
How you doing, Ms. Thomas?
sir.
Okay, that's good. Now, Ms. Thomas, you represented in your case by your attorney Marcus Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson, how are you doing?
I'm doing, Judge. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Now, Mr. Wilkerson, what is your announcement in Ms. Thomas's case?
Your Honor, to make things very short and simple, we're requesting a 30-day reset to remind the court on March 30th, March 20th. My client last appeared and there was a request, or I guess a joint request by us and the state for a reset to allow Mr. Johnson to do a little bit of investigation in this case. And unfortunately, Mr. Johnson is out ill today. And so we need a reset. Since
okay.
it's his case, and he's the one who would make the decision on the
It
situation.
doesn't have a judge, usually if there's notes in there that represent that, I don't have any notes on this when I'm reading from the case. What counsel's saying, I don't have any knowledge of.
Okay,
I mean, I'm fine with a reset. I mean, I'm not gonna go ahead and dismiss.
Now,
without-
let me do this here. I see that your client is expected. Now, how soon are you expecting? That would be a little too close. So we can extend it. Let's reset it 90 days. Okay, let's reset it 90 days.
That'll give us, myself and the state, to expose this case off docket before that.
Okay,
I believe that concludes my cases today, Judge. After we get the research.
okay. You're gonna, she
Say
had,
90 days,
yes.
okay.
You had some problem with Zoom. It just went off. You're gonna reset it 90. And Ms. Thomas, we ought to be praying that you have a healthy baby
Thank you.
and you have a full, and you have a safe delivery.
Thank
All right. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Wilkerson, you have a blessed day as well.
Thanks, John.
What date is that?
you. Want to?
July 10th. 2023. That's on, is that Garza?
Garza, he's in the courtroom, and then also have, Ronald Kennedy Jr. who's out in the hallway.
Okay, so-
Mr. Garza first, since he's inside.
Okay. And Mr. Porter, you can get Mr. Kennedy, he'll be next.
Mr. Garza?
Geraldo
Garza.
Ruquina Garza,
Yes, Your Honor. Well, on that action, Mr.
this is
Garza.
cause number M331314, case of style, is that Geraldo Ruquina Garza? How you doing, Mr. Garza? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking, Mr. Garza, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, how you doing?
Bless, Your Honor.
That's good. Now, Mr. Padgett, what is your announcement in Mr. Garza's case?
Your Honor, we were asking for 45 days. We've worked this case out. Mr. Garza is going to be going into custody. He just wants to make some arrangements with his job and his family, get some bills paid.
Okay,
We have no objection to that.
If there's no,
okay. Hold on a minute, wait for the,
he thinks he can do it in 30, but just out of abundance of caution, Your Honor, if you would allow 45 days,
okay,
defense would much appreciated.
That'll be June 12th.
June 12th, okay.
Perfect.
So, Mr. Garza, your case will be reset to June 12th, 2023. Your attorney is gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Garza, he's page, first one on page 1, pre-trial. Next case is cause number M330830. Case style state of Texas versus Ronald Wayne Kennedy Jr. Mr. Kennedy. How are you doing?
All right, how you doing, Joe?
I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Kennedy, your full name, Ronald Wayne Kennedy Jr. Mr. Kennedy, you were represented by Attorney James Padgett. Attorney Padgett, what's your announcement in Mr. Kennedy's case?
Your Honor, as much as we want to go forward today, and we really do, Mr. Kennedy has a possession of marijuana case that has been received but not filed yet. So technically, we can work this case out. I think Mr. Hallpower is willing to run something concurrent on the other case and possibly dismiss the marijuana case. The situation is he does not have a case number to dismiss because it has not been filed yet. So unfortunately, we would be asking for maybe a 30-day reset, and as much as my client doesn't want it, we're ready to move forward. Let's put it that way. But just to be efficient, Your Honor, because if we plead these cases, we're gonna have to come right back
Another
before
one.
you on the marijuana case.
Let me ask you, see, do we know when that case?
He's done everything he can to look in the system, Your
Okay.
Honor.
And the only way I'm gonna find out, I'd have to go up and discuss
Oh.
with my intake division. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the only way I can find if it's
So-
ever gonna be filed.
But again, we're not trying to stall or delay or waste the court's time. We're just trying to be more efficient with the court's time.
Let's reset it 60 days.
Out of an abundance of caution. Like
Yeah.
I said, I just think it'll be more efficient because we will have to come back before you on the marijuana case if we don't dispose of them all at the same time.
Okay.
And my client's actually been doing very well. He's on felony probation right now.
Oh, yes.
And he's doing really well, and we can definitely run this case concurrent with the felony probation. And hopefully dispose of the marijuana case at the same time.
That'll be June 2.
June 5th. Okay, this case will be reset to June 5th of 2023. Mr. Kennedy, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And I thank Mr. Padgett. This is your last case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too, Your Honor. I'm done. Okay.
I'm looking.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look at it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Askira Tatiana Jones, cause number M328386. Mr. Jones, is that your full name? How are you doing, Ms. Jones? You doing good? That's good. Now, Ms. Jones, you're represented in your case by your attorney Langston Adams, who is appearing via Zoom. Attorney Adams.
I'm here, Judge.
How are you doing?
Doing good, Judge.
Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Ms. Jones' case?
Hey, she should have signed last Thursday pretrial diversion. I had Buddy Reynolds covered for me. Ms. Jones, did you show up to sign up? Your contract signing was at the DA's office, 3rd floor, and I told her to be there to sign up.
She told me to go back June 1st because they lost my paper.
Oh,
What happened?
that they told her to go back June 1st because they lost her paperwork.
Oh, come on.
It happened to. I was-
Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna reset it to like the 2nd week in June. So at that time, she'll have an opportunity to go take care of what she needs to take care on June 1st. And normally, they usually dismiss the case on the same day. Okay, so we're gonna give her a reset in the 2nd week of June.
What's his name?
This is Ms. Jones, page 3 of the announcement docket, the first case.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Now, Ms.
so Ms.
Jones-
Jones, on the 1st, you got to be there at 8:30 in the morning, June 1st.
Okay,
So we're gonna be.
so Ms. Jones, just stand over there in front of the coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
So we resetting it that Monday after the Thursday she signed.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. Yeah.
You see who the attorney is?
Yeah, I see. Okay. Okay, Mr. Adams, this is your last case?
That's it, Judge. Thank you for helping me out.
All right, well, your reset will be sent to you, and you have a blessed day.
All right, you too.
All right,
All right.
bye.